Janelle of Wildlife Outdoor Adventures. And Janelle, thanks again for joining us. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Been up early this morning, so.
You were like getting some fame today, some publicity with which TV show?
Yeah, we had an interview with CTV Morning Live.
Excellent. So you've been in business now, open for business for Wildlife Outdoor Adventures. It sounds like almost 2 months. You were kind of launching right at the start of COVID-19 times. How are things going?
Yeah, definitely not the best time to be launching a business, but as it turns out, the nature of our business is able to help a lot of parents and kids during this difficult time.
Absolutely. Janelle, tell us a little bit about Wildlife Outdoor Adventures. What is it and what motivated you to open the business?
So the Wildlife Outdoor Adventures is monthly adventure kits that were designed for kids 8 to 12. And the whole premise behind them is to get kids outdoors more often. So certainly we couldn't have expected the types of social distancing protocols and things like that we're under right now. But the kits are designed for the backyard or the backcountry. So in fact, they're a great way to make outdoor play safe and fun even right now.
Well, that's great. And tell us, what are your customers really liking about your business? What are they enjoying? What's some of your product offerings that people love?
One piece of feedback that I've been getting is that the gear that we've put in the kits, although they are certainly kits for kids, it was important to us to use high quality gear and have them collect things that they could use for years to come. So that's been one piece of feedback, is that the quality of the items in the boxes is quite good.
Wow, that's lots of fun. And what are some of the exciting things happening? I mean, everything's exciting. You're brand new and everything, but is there any things that you're finding particularly exciting, or more importantly, maybe what some of your customers are finding exciting and looking forward to in Wildlife Outdoor Adventures?
It just sounds exciting, right?
It does.
Anytime you add adventure to something. Well, we're releasing new kits every month. So the way the program works is that you start with your bare essentials kit, and then you're going to move through 12 different kits throughout the year. So right now, because we've just launched in March, we're releasing our third kit. So you'll always subscribe and then receive the kits in sequential order, so you won't miss out on anything. But we're kind of unveiling them this year 1 month at a time. So that's always really exciting for parents and kids to kind of see what's next.
Oh, that's exciting. Now, yesterday being Earth Day, April 22nd, I don't know if you're aware, but it's our 50th Earth Day. It started in 1970. Did that promote any particularly interest in Wildlife Outdoor Adventures, or did that have any special remarks or place for you, being an outdoor girl?
Yeah, for sure. I think for us, kind of every day is Earth Day. Obviously, it's nice to celebrate some of those significant milestones. One activity that we've been doing is propagating plants and passing them on to neighbors and friends while we're all kind of apart right now. So that was one of our activities that we did for Earth Day. But yeah, for us, kind of every day is Earth Day, and it's all about, you don't have to go very far. You just need a little inspiration on what to look for sometimes to really appreciate the outdoors.
Nice, wonderful. And tell us, what are some of the future goals of Wildlife Outdoor Adventures? Anything in particular? I mean, obviously you're in month 3 of the business, but what do you see happening? You're distributing here and out of Marda Loop, I believe, in Calgary.
Yeah.
But I guess nationally, you're working and distributing your product.
Yeah, right now, in each kit, you get 3 or 4 pieces of gear, an outdoor nature-inspired craft, 3 activity cards, and a merit pin. So in those activity cards, we've actually worked with a school teacher from the Calgary Board of Education to align some of the activities to specific curriculum outcomes for kids in that age group. And so because of the Canadian nature of the content, we're really focused on delivering the kits across Canada. But we're really excited that we've already had customers from Yellowknife and British Columbia and Alberta and Manitoba and Ontario and Newfoundland. So that's been one really exciting thing for us. Obviously, in the short term, the goal is just to get them in the hands of as many kids as possible and try and impact as many kids as possible. And then in the slightly longer term, we're looking at developing some kits aged at 4 to 7 so that we can get the young explorers engaged early on as well.
Wow, that's really exciting. And so this show a little bit is about living in Calgary and living in Marda Loop. Janelle, what do you love about living in Calgary? I believe you were brought up here and you're currently living in Marda Loop. Can you share a
Yeah.
little bit with the audience of, what's special about this place for you?
Well, one of my claims to fame is that we're actually sixth generation Calgarians. So
Wow.
my mom's great grandparents actually homesteaded near Peter's Drive-In. So
Wow.
way
That's
back in
amazing.
the day, and they had farms and ranches out in Didsbury and Cochrane and Bragg Creek, both sides of my family. So we've been in the area for a long, long time. My brother is also a co-founder, so we're a family-run business as well. And, growing up as kids, we spent a lot of time in the foothills and the prairies, and those experiences outside as kids really changed the kind of people that we became. And it wasn't just the big fun adventures outdoors, but even playing in the front bushes in our house. So Calgary, I think, is a city of explorers and naturally curious people. So it makes sense that this business has started here.
Wow, that's terrific. Janelle, how can people reach out to you? Obviously, you're on Instagram. You have a website. Can you direct us to those two things at least?
For sure. You can reach us at jointhewildlife.ca, and you can learn more about our kits, and that's where you can subscribe if you choose to. And you can also reach us on Instagram at jointhewildlifeca.
And you're on Facebook as well, I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll include all the links in the show notes. Janelle, is there anything else you'd like to share with our viewers, our audience today? Or we have your contact information, we can reach out.
I guess the only other thing I would say that if you can't join us for the subscription kits, we've got a pretty active group going on Facebook, our Facebook group. And there's just parents from all across Canada, and they're all focused on providing tips and support for getting kids outdoors, especially during this time where it's a little bit trickier.
Great. Well, Janelle, thanks again for being on the show and sharing a little bit about your business. Look forward to supporting it down the road, and wishing you all the best with wildlife outdoor adventures. Go girl.
Thanks.